and welcome to The Buzz. Tonight we will be discussing colony collapse disorder, or CCD. I'm sure many of you are unaware of the micro-worlds crumbling around us, so let me fill you in. CCD is real and it's happening everywhere. The sad thing is that no one really knows why, so we can't really find a cure. As of now, the main causes include diseases, parasites, in-hive chemicals, and insecticides. These consist of things such as nosema fungus, varroa mites, and bacterial diseases which spread throughout colonies. In the words of Benjamin Oldroyd, the parasitic mite varroa destructor infests brood cells and lives sporadically on adult bees. A protozoan, Nosema apis, infests the guts of adult bees and when present in high numbers causes dysentery and early senescence or deterioration of adult worker bees. Beekeepers have tried organic pesticide approaches including fumigation with formic acid, oxalic acid, or essential oils. Although these approaches do not place insecticides in colonies, they may also be less effective at controlling mites and can be directly toxic to the bees. Many people don't know what these are, but they're slowly killing bee colonies around the world. As heart-wrenching as this may all sound, there could be a way to soothe the sting of CCD. I will now turn it over to Callie Magnolia to discuss the prevention of CCD.
Thanks, Honey. As Honey mentioned, colony collapse disorder is a serious epidemic of our agricultural and fiscal economies. They are, to our luck, different means of prevention to this massive loss of honeybees. We must work together to support local and amateur beekeepers by purchasing their products. Locally produced honey is much better for consumption and higher in health benefits, according to multiple sources. Local beekeepers sell more than just honey. They also sell beeswax, such as lotions, candles, and other fun bee products as well. Purchasing these goods at local markets and vendor fairs is one way to support bees in our community. Another way we can help our bee populations is by sustaining feral hives. If you or someone you know finds a feral beehive in a heavily populated area near or around your property, please contact your local Beekeepers Association or contact any of the other listed individuals on the Kentucky Bee Removal page found on our website. For you amateur beekeepers out there, please visit our website to learn more processes for relocating bees. Please, people of Kentucky, do not exterminate these feral populations. They are pollinators just like those found in domestic hives. Because bees are such an important part of the world around us, it is equally important for us to focus on maintaining a healthy population for other pollinators. Planting butterfly gardens and welcoming other creatures into your yards is a great way to help spread that pollen. While each pollinator has their own special selection of preferred plants, it is still advised to think positively and proactively when facing a loss of bees like this. We don't want to lose another source of pollinators, do we? The last means of prevention I will discuss today is the planting of wildflowers throughout the state. The best way we can help the bees at the most basic level is to provide them with more food sources. Now we turn to Amanda Busman for more details.
Thanks, Callie. If you have a green thumb, now's your time to shine because you can make a difference in a local bee's life. How do you give back to the bees who've done so much for you? Feed them. How do you feed them? Plant wildflowers. To do so, the North Carolina Department of Transportation recommends that you first remove all vegetation from a plot of land and till the soil. Then comb the plot for weeds so that your wildflowers won't be starved out. Now it's time to plant your wildflowers. It's recommended that you sow your seed in the fall from September through November, or in the spring from March through May, and follow up your planting with a good mulching in order to ensure optimal germination. It's also recommended that you plant flowers native to your state. So in Kentucky, it would be best to plant things like mountain laurel, American holly, or milkweed. And voila! You're done! You might want to water them during a particularly dry season, but other than that, wildflowers require absolutely zero maintenance. Now I know what you're thinking. What if I don't have a yard or a large enough flower box? Even if you can't plant your own flowers, you can appeal to your city council to initiate a wildflower planting program in city parks and along county roads. Or even ask a friend who has the space. No matter how small, any contribution matters. Now on to Dandelion to tell us why this matters.
Thank you, Amanda Busman. So I'm going to be talking about today, why should we, millennials and Gen Z, get involved with planting flowers? Well, there are a lot of good reasons to get involved. And when I say planting flowers, I don't mean getting on Farmtown and planting your newest crop. I mean getting down in the dirt and planting a living organism. Let's talk about some of the reasons we should get involved. The first reason we need to get involved is because it's a chance to give back to our community. Volunteering is an important part of being connected to a community. So by getting out and planting a couple of flowers at the park, you're contributing to the community you live in. You will be making the park prettier and encouraging the increase of local bee populations. By increasing the bee population, more flowers will be pollinated. The next reason you should consider stepping up and getting involved in planting flowers is because you will be healthier because of it. By getting out and getting some much needed sunlight, an hour or two a day, you will be getting vitamin D. Also, depending on where you decide to get the flowers, you can make a hike out of it. Go to the top of a hill, get some wildflowers, and bring them back to your community to plant. Another reason that we suggest you get involved with flower planting is to learn from older generations. Our elders have so much information and they are prepared to teach us all of it. Whether that is bees or just life, going and planting some flowers with an elder will definitely increase your knowledge in some area. You could even start a hobby of amateur beekeeping. By keeping bees yourself, you will be continuing not just a hobby, but an important part of modern society. The lights just went out. The final reason you should plant flowers is because if the bee population goes extinct, we will be the generations reaping the consequences. Beekeeping can't die with older generations. We must keep it running or we risk losing our bee population. This is why it is so important to get out there and learn from older beekeepers. If you are looking for an older beekeeper to learn from, I hear there's one at EKU who teaches a whole class on bees. I wonder what that class will be like.
And that's the Daily Buzz.